Hi, this is Robert over at Capital Retail Group. Welcome to the Capital Retail video channel where we talk about all things related to commercial property management, leasing, and sales. We specifically specialize in small and medium sized commercial properties located in Virginia, Washington, D.C., and Maryland. Today, we're going to tell you a little bit about common area maintenance and what goes into that, what is covered. Mostly because it's the end of 2021, we have to start thinking about what is the budget and what are the expenses and go through the reconciliation process of the common area maintenance budgets. And so we're going to show you a real live example of what that would look like. So it's depending, of course, everything is driven by the lease. What does the lease state as to the expenses that can be included in the common area maintenance that is passed along to the tenant? In this particular example, we've separated out capped expenses and uncapped expenses. So, capped expenses is typically just means that there's a cap as to how much the actual increase can be from one year to another. Uncapped is just, it is what it is. So, we've created an annual expense budget for property. We've then put in here the pro rata share of that tenant, and there here in this particular column is the annual tenant expense. And then we do this divided by 12. And this is the monthly expense that will show up on the invoice that we send out to the tenants on top of the base rent that they pay. So common area maintenance typically is you might hear the word triple net. So you have common area maintenance, then you have taxes, and insurance. So those three things would make up triple net leases: taxes, insurance, and common area maintenance. Not all leases, of course, have all three of those items. Some of them have just one, some of them have two, and some of them don't have it at all. Depends on the property type, and it also depends on the type of tenant that you have at that particular property. So every year we need to go through and determine what was spent for that particular year and find out if the tenants are due a credit in 2022, for example, or do they need to pay more? And so we go through that process. So we just wanted to bring that to your attention because it's important to go through the lease clauses in your lease if you're a tenant to know what your rights are. And for example, do you have the right to audit the landlord? Sometimes you can actually audit those expenses at your expense, meaning you can hire an auditor to see if those charges are correct for the year, but it would be at the tenant's cost. Um, so, if you guys have questions on anything related to common area maintenance, how it is charged, what the reconciliation process is, feel free to get a hold of us. We'd love to share our information and how we go about doing that. Capitalretail.com, 202-319-2884. And we want to wish you guys a really great New Year's, and we look forward to seeing you in 2022. Thanks and have a great day.